Agencies are the ones caught in the crossfire.
On Tuesday, thousands of employees at the FDA got an email saying they were let go, but then a short time later, they were called back to the office.
Yeah, obviously this back and forth has a lot of workers on edge tonight, so our Lionel Donovan has an update from Montgomery County.
Another round of firings has brought on another round of confusion for federal workers. Today I spoke with a 20-year veteran with the FDA about how employees are feeling and about how the lack of clarity has left many of them frustrated. Hundreds of FDA employees arrived at the agency's headquarters in White Oak on Tuesday, ready to work. But suddenly,
many employees who came in at 5 or 6 in the morning discovered when they went to go to their offices to do their work that their badges no longer worked, and that security stopped them from entering the building.
That's when nearly 3,000 people learned they lost their jobs. Anthony Lee has worked at the FDA for 20 years and says he's never seen anything like this. But then he was more surprised when many of those employees were called back to work while still being on administrative leave.
People are not receiving it well, and the thought is, if my work is so important that you want to ask me to come back and do it, then I should never have been riffed in the first place. I had never lost my job in the first place.
The firings are part of widespread layoffs happening at multiple agencies under the Department of Health and Human Services, such as the CDC and NIH. Lee also pointed out that no plan was set up for fired employees to pass along what they know. On Tuesday, the former FDA commissioner posted on LinkedIn saying, quote, "The FDA as we've known it is finished, with most of the leaders with institutional knowledge and a deep understanding of product development and safety no longer employed."
If there is one thing that is clear, it is that nothing efficient is happening here.
Montgomery County Council member Kristen Mink says she spoke to former FDA employees about the lack of clarity surrounding the layoffs and stressed just how critical the agency is to keeping people safe.
These are the folks who make sure that the food that we eat is safe, that the drugs that we take are safe, that the veterinary medicine that their pets receive is safe, that when you get prescription eye drops to put in your eyes, that is not going to blind you. Literally, the person who does that work was told that they were laid off.
Now, Lee tells me that since this just happened, there's still time for the Department of Health and Human Services to reverse their actions before any meaningful projects are stalled. I reached out to the department for a comment. I'm still waiting to hear back.